Welcome to Intuitive Wisdom Tarot. I'm Jen, and I'm here to do an energy check-in for the collective for the full moon Virgo eclipse on March 3rd. This eclipse brings a high defining light on the details of your life, your routines, your health, your work, your boundaries, and the quiet ways you've been overgiving. This full moon is in Virgo, isn't here to be gentle. It's here to be precise. And with an eclipse, we're not just releasing, we're realigning. Be sure to like, consider subscribing, and leave a comment. I love connecting with you. Let's jump in, collective. We're going to start with a Moonology card to get a general energy around this full moon energy. Let's see what message wants to come through for the collective. All right. Thank you. And we are getting for the collective, surrender to the divine. This is interesting because our earth signs also had this same energy to begin their read. So surrender to the divine. This is the full moon. Full moon's all about culmination. There's, again, some intense energy that can come through. Let's see what energy or what message is coming through for the full moon. All right, let's see. What do we have here? If I can find it. Here we go. I found it. All right. This very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune in to your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface, no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Attune to the moon. I am getting the answers I need. Additional meanings for this card, place them where they resonate. A wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. All right, so again, this is energy of really surrendering to the divine, really surrendering to what is it that you are needing to let go. It's a very good energy to have right here, right now, being that we are in a full moon and an eclipse. So eclipse really supercharges that energy. All right, so let's jump into tarot and let's see what we are getting for the collective. What are the messages? Thank you. And we are getting for you. First card is the energy you are meant to embody as we are moving into this read. The next card is the energy you are releasing or is culminating in your life right now with this full moon. We also have the Nine of Wands, which is the energy you are needing to lean into. And then we have advice from Spirit, which is the Hermit. All right, so we have two major arcanas. And they're very they're very spiritual. There's a very spiritual, and then we have our divine. So there is really just release control, allow, because the divine is really here. It's wanting to give you these things so that you can really ponder to see what is it that you want to continue moving forward with, collective. All right, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. So we'll begin there. This is the energy of, or the energy that's underneath it all, and this is death. This is all about transformation, all about letting the old cycle right? The transition of the old, releasing that, and then a new dawn, a new day, a new rebirth. And so there is, again, a very strong energy. This is a major arcana card. So again, these are some big themes. And as the collective, it just feels like many of us are here just shedding this old life, shedding this old cycle, this last part. And when we are asked to surrender to the divine is bringing up things. Things could be coming up like emotionally, or just different memories. Those things are coming up for a purpose and a reason, and it is to be felt, and it is to be acknowledged and then release. So this is a big transformation for our collective here at this time. All right, the energy you are needing to embody as we move into this read is the Hierophant. Now, this is again another major arcana. So this is a big energy. This is very spiritual. This is a card of teacher or a card of counselor, spiritual leader. Now, you as a collective, or you out there, this could be the energy that you are embodying as at this time. So you are again in this energy of being able to channel and kind of like a conduit of spirit or God or the divine working through you, right? And so there's this energy of you are meant to share a word. You're meant to share almost like a prophecy. That was the word I got. So there's a big energy for you, and it very well could be a story, maybe an experience you had, and you are supposed to share that. So at this time, it needs to be like these memories and of this experience is coming up so that you can get them down, because it's that prophecy, it's a word, it's a teaching, it's a calling that you are supposed to get out there so that it helps just the humanity, right? Another message that's really coming through is that you have called for a teacher, you have called for a guide, for whatever your place it where it resonates. So it could very well be you're wanting a mentor. It could be very spiritual based. It could be maybe within your career, but you have called in help. So you have prayed, you've meditated, you have done the things, and you've sent it out into the universe, and spirit has listened, and there is going to be a guide or a mentor coming in during this time. But again, that is so that you can one, surrender to this energy, because there's healing that needs to take place. The full moon's all about healing, and it's all about letting go old cycles, things that no longer serve us, the things that we have done and we have used and utilized and been or embodied, and now it's run its course, so it's just naturally ready to go. And so this is really where it's at. And when we think about an eclipse as well, eclipses come in and they eclipse things out of our life. And when we think about Virgo, those are our routines, health. Maybe there is a situation where you have been dealing with health concerns. There very well could be a message that comes through, or a person, a doctor, a guide that really helps you move forward past that, changing what those are, changing your routines. So that's really the energy you are meant to embody, is this energy, or this energy of the Hierophant, which is, again, this being this guide, this counsel, sharing your gospel, your word, your prophecy, or because you have called in a guide, that guide is coming through. Now, the energy that is being released is the Seven of Pentacles. So you have been working on something. There have been seeds set in place, and there is an energy right now that is being felt that you're like, is this what I want to continue to invest in? Is this going to keep me passionate, right? Is it something that I want to really truly invest in? Because this is the time where I'm either saying, it's been fun, it's been real, but it hasn't been real fun. So maybe I harvest what I've done right now and I start something new. Or it could very well be, yes, it's been real, it's been fun, and it's been real fun. So I am reinvesting. I'm going to prune. I'm going to pull out some of those things that might be in the way. But again, this is where this energy of, it's like a stagnation. That's what I'm feeling, is like a stagnation. This is being released. So you have been in a contemplative state for kind of a while. So during this full moon, there's going to be a time where you're finally going to say, yep, this is what I'm going to continue doing, or nope, I'm going to continue trying something, or I'm going to try something different. And this is the time to think about it. Now, it's not the time to start something new. So if you are like, this path wasn't for me, I've done it, I've been there, it's just not something that I want to continue, what you do is you end it well, right? You feel the feels that you need to. You prune or clean up the things that you need to. There might be some things that you've harvested, which are those lessons, those things that there were successes, and you file those away and you say, okay, I'm going to use this for that next thing. This is the time, like if you are saying it's no longer something I want to do, you harvest and you heal. And you can start thinking, start dreaming, start going, what's my next thing that I want to invest in? But there's a point right now that if you are choosing not to continue to go along this path that you have planted, heal it. Use this time, surrender to the divine, feel what it feels like, what you need to do. And then when we move into that new moon, that's when you are starting to plant those seeds. So you can envision, you can think about it, but really use this time as being able to say, yes, I'm continuing with this, right? And I might need to change it up or tweak it just a little bit. Start thinking about what you're going to do with that, and then release that did not work. And if you're completely scratching it and you're trying something different, heal it and then release it and let it go during this cycle. Now, the energy that you are needing to lean into is resiliency. There could, again, be this path or these seeds that you have planted. There could have been some experiences where you're like, oh, I had no idea that that's what this was going to feel like, or that's how much time and energy I needed to invest in. And I want to, but I don't have that time and energy to invest in it right now. So there's this level of needing to lean into giving yourself the grace to say, yes, it caught me off guard, but I'm either not going to quit, right? Because I've built these boundaries. And that is, again, something that's being asked of you when we are looking at this Virgo eclipse. Like, what boundaries do you need to put up? What boundaries were wishy-washy. What things that you need to put up there so that you can allow yourself to heal, you for whatever this path. So again, the divine, I keep getting this message of I'm reaching in and I'm pulling up some stuff. And it's because you have continued to repress. You have continued to say, oh, later I'll deal with that. Later I'll deal with that. Later I'll deal with that. But the divine has a bigger purpose for you. The divine has, there's something bigger for you. And you can't do that if there's this stuff still hanging around. So there's these things that are going to be coming up. Now, this could very well deal with work or your passion projects or something that you invest your time in. Okay, these are wands. But this is where the universe is saying, yep, I'm going to bring this stuff up right now because this is the perfect timing. We're going to revamp some things, whether you like it or not, because there's a bigger purpose for you. And I want you to be able to go forward. And you want yourself to go forward and do whatever you need to. Like I was saying, there's a prophecy. There's something that you have been in. It could very well have been your, maybe you have overcome an addiction. Maybe you have overcome a trauma. Maybe there has been something in your life, or maybe just even your life story. There's adversity and there's things that you've overcome. And that story, that part of you, you overcoming that is what is going to be just an amazing help for others, right? So it could be writing your story. It could be you are now moving into this space of being able to be the mentor, maybe helping out those that have and are currently suffering with addictions. But this is what you are needing to do is build that resiliency, reflect on your battle, reflect on how you have done what you've done, because that is important. And it's needing to be shared. It's needing to come forward, right? You're needing to be that just by your story, by your situation and you overcoming it. That is what you are meant to bring forth into the world. So stand strong, right? Lean into your resiliency and lean into this time to surrender to what the universe is pulling up. And it could, heavy feelings, right? We're human. Heavy feelings are very hard. Traumas can be very difficult. I'm really feeling that you have done the work. So some of you have been in therapy and you have been doing those things. And if you haven't, maybe that's what you start doing is maybe I am finally going to work through these traumas. And I'm going to do that through therapy. Please reach out for help because help is out there. And again, this is that time where the universe is saying, it's now time. It's time for you to heal. Now, the energy that the universe is advising you is this Hermit, right? So this is, again, I'm getting a sage, a hermit, a guru. So there's a lot, like I said, there's an inner calling. There's this star. And when because this referenced the star. And when we think about the star is all about hope, healing, and inspiration. And it comes after a tower moment. So some of you have been through and are going through and are coming out of a tower moment. And it's this inner work. It's this strength and this energy, this wisdom that you have acquired through that. And so advice from Spirit is tap into that. One, just give yourself a humongous self-hug and go to a mirror and say, I love you. You are a BA because you have done it. You have overcome. And that has built this wisdom and this strength and this, again, this teacher, like people come to you for advice. They come to you because of your energy, because of the energy that you emit, right? And when you are in this energy too, it's very important to set boundaries because several people want this. They want to feel that too. But you are the one that has done the work. You are the one that has gone through that experience. And everyone is on their own path. Much like you are on your own path, everyone has their own path. So put up a boundary because, again, people like to unload their stuff onto teachers and guides and all of that because it feels good to release that. But it's not your stuff, right? So draw those boundaries, but you can still be kind and you can still be just this wise sage. So tap into that energy. That is what the universe is really saying right now. Wow, collective. This is a very powerful read. So there's some of you that are truly just moving into this great big new part of your life. It feels super good. And with this full moon, again, this is that time to really take it, heal it. Let the eclipse break apart what needs to be broken apart, and eclipse what needs to be eclipsed. All right, we're going to end with an inspiration card. Let's see what kind of inspiration we can lean into during this full moon energy. All right, thank you. And we are getting for the collective, have faith. Have faith that whatever you need to experience is on its way, and that God won't send you anything you're incapable of handling. You can decide that the word fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. This is just a very nice closing message for this read. Collective, have faith. You are meant to shine your light. You are meant to share a prophecy, share your story, and know God does not give you and Spirit does not give you that which you cannot handle. So what you have endured is exactly what you needed to. All right, collective, that's what I have for you for this full moon. Please like, subscribe, and consider or leave me a comment. I love connecting with you all. Please let me know if there's any feel-good vibes I can send your way. Until we meet again, with much love and appreciation, be well. Bye-bye.